Hello guys, I just did a half-hour video explaining the benefits of getting insurance instead of a bank savings account or a checking account, just a bank account in general. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Go to my YouTube video and watch it. It's really, you don't have to watch it actually. There's not much watching involved. It's just, you can just listen to it. It's a great video. But what it does, it lays out step by step the advantage of just putting or depositing money into a bank versus depositing money into an insurance company that will work like a bank, but it gives you additional benefits, like $1 million insurance in the event of illness or sickness, where a bank doesn't give you that. And also, I mentioned before how when you go to deposit money into your bank account, the bank actually takes that money and they purchase life insurance policies to offset employees' benefits. So if the bank is doing it, why don't you do it yourself? Skip the bank and just go yourself and get a life insurance policy. In the event something does happen to you, you collect all that money tax free. So if you have $1 million policy, in the event of sickness or accident, you collect that $1 million, you get the insurance policy for free and tax free. And the most important thing is, if after so many years, say if you get the policy for 20 years, and after 20 years, whatever it is that you paid into that policy, you get it all back. So that's how it works, like a saving. That's how I compare it to a saving account, but on steroids. If you're the only earner at home, excuse me, if you're the only income earner at home, and your paycheck stops because of accident or illness, that's when the insurance policy comes in and start advancing. It's called living benefits. So basically what you do, you can advance your benefits and use it while you're alive. So you'll have that $1 million. You can pay off the house, you can pay off the car, you can put some money in the bank. Make sure the spouse and the children are not burdened with you not being able to bring in that paycheck anymore. Please watch the video and let me know what you think. I'm going to put the link below, and best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions. It's really useful tool to use, guys, and I recommend it for everybody.
Hello, guys. I've been talking about the difference between depositing your money or your savings into a bank account versus putting into a life insurance. I know nobody likes to hear the word life insurance because they probably have bad experience or whatever happened in the past. But I want to show you guys that life insurance can be very beneficial. What I have over here is, I'm going to compare it. This is a bank account, right? Say if you deposit $100 in 10 years, okay? Bank account deposit in 10 years, yeah? So in 10 years, you're going to deposit $1,200 a month. Multiply that by 10 years. That would give you a total of $12,000. So you're depositing $12,000 after 10 years in your bank account, yeah? This is your saving account. You're saving, if you're saving $100 every month, in 10 years, you're going to have $12,000. But we all know with inflation and prices are going up, that $12,000 is going to lose 50% in value, 40%, somewhere around there. So just for the sake of this video, easy illustration, your $12,000 in 10 years is going to shrink down to $6,000 in buying power. Okay, now if we come down here and look at the life insurance option, if you deposit the exact same amount, which is $100 every month, into a life insurance policy, in 10 years, you're going to have also $12,000. Okay, but with that $12,000, you're going to have coverage of $1 million. Okay. So what they're saying over here, they're saying if you deposit your money with us, this insurance company is saying if you deposit your money with us, we're going to cover you for $1 million in the event of an accident, terminal illness, critical illness, accident, terminal, or critical illness. You'll be able to collect $1 million. People always think of life insurance that you have to die to actually use that coverage. With living benefits, which is all the policies that I offer, they come with living benefits. With living benefits, which means what that means is if anything does happen to you within those 10 years, doesn't even have to be 10 years. Let's just say within the first or second year, something happened to you like an accident or illness. Okay. And you're unable to work. If you're the only income earner in the house, your paycheck's going to stop. That's going to put a financial strain on the spouse and the children. With you unable to produce a paycheck anymore, what are you going to do? What are you going to do at this point? Your medical bills going to pile up. You're unable to make a mortgage or rent payment. You may lose the home to the bank. You may lose the equity into the home. Say if you had your home for 10, 15 years and you have, say, $100,000 in equity. If God forbid something does happen to you in 4 or 5 years, you would, if you didn't have this policy, if all you had is just a regular bank account deposit, all you have to work with is that amount right here. Okay, the $12,000. We're talking, we're doing not even 12,000. We're talking like a year, 2 or 3. So we're talking maybe, I don't know, maybe $2,000, $3,000. If something happened to you in year 2 or 3, for example, God forbid. So you have $2,000 to $3,000 to work with over here. But if you look on the life insurance option, with you having the living benefits included in your policy, these guys are saying if anything does happen to you here, you have $1 million. You see the difference? So instead of depositing money into the bank that's going to lose value and it's going to shrink down to 40% less, 50% less, whatever the case may be, these guys are saying if you put your money with us, we're going to cover you for $1 million. So if you get sick or get into an accident during this period here, for example, you have $1 million to work with. You can pay off your mortgage. You can take that money with the living benefits. You can advance your death benefit. So you don't have to die to actually get that money. You can, with the living benefits, you'll be able to use that money while you're still alive. That's why it's called life insurance, not death insurance. If something does happen to you and you happen to die within a year or 2 or within a 10-year period, for example, your beneficiaries, spouse and children, you can set this up however you like. You can have the spouse have like, say 50% of this, which is $500,000, and you can have $250,000 go to each child. If you have 2 children, for example, you can structure that however you like. You choose your beneficiary and you set it up. But let's focus on the living benefits right here. That's why I want to make this video. It's really important for you guys to understand how powerful living benefits are. So in year 1 or 2, you get into a major accident, you're unable to work anymore. That paycheck stopped. You're the only income earner in the house. So what happened is you're going to go to your life insurance company and you're going to give them the doctor diagnosis saying that you're unable to work. So now at this point, you have a choice to collect the full benefit. You can either take out the whole $1 million or take payments every month. Say if you want, I don't know, $50,000, $10,000, $40,000 every month to come in while you recover. So say over here, and within the next 3 years, you're back to work here and everything's good. So you have, say if you used $500,000, if you use $500,000, you still have $500,000 in coverage. Okay? I hope this is making sense, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I'm here to help you, so it's a free information. Please either comment One Life or text One Life to 330-577-3496. So I hope you guys are beginning to understand how powerful this option is. And the most important thing that I want to talk about over here, I just start using this app, so I'm not really good at doing it. I want you to understand there's something really powerful here. Okay. It's called ROP. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to write the full description. I'm going to copy it from my other screen. Life insurance. Give me a second here. Okay. Copy that. Copy this. I want to put that over here. Hang on a second. Okay. There we go. So one thing that I want you guys to be aware of, which is really, really important, the life insurance policies that I offer come with living benefits, and they also come, that's an option you can select if you want it. It does increase the premium a little bit, but it's really, really nice to have. Return a premium option. Okay, so listen to this, guys. The reason I'm comparing this to a saving account or to a bank account, so over here you put in your $100. After 10 years, you have 12,000 or whatever you're going to have 12,000, but I'm saying that your buying power is going to be a lot less here. So let's just say you have 12,000, yeah? Over here, in 10 years, you're paying 12,000, the same amount, and you happen to outlive your policy, which I hope you do. I hope nothing ever happens to you. You get to get all your money back. That $12,000 that you put in during the 10 years, if nothing happens to you during that period, you get all your money back. That's pretty incredible if you really think about it. That's like having a savings account on steroids. That's like your bank telling you, Mr. Jones, that bank account they opened up with us come with $1 million insurance in the event something happened to you, like accident or illness, any major accident or any major illness. If you're unable to work, this bank account that you open up with us, a saving account or a checking account, it comes with $1 million insurance. You're going to say, oh my God, this is a great account. I've never even heard of that. I'm going to tell all my friends about it. You guys are the best. So that's what these guys are offering over here, okay? I'm a broker, so I have access to all the major carriers, so I can shop around and see what best fits your needs. One thing I want to share with you guys that's really, really important. People always have the misconception that life insurance costs too much money. And the right answer is life insurance costs whatever you want it to cost. So if you call me and you say, oh, my budget will allow me to do $40, $50, $60, $70, $100, whatever it is that you want to pay a month, that, this way you don't have any problem with the not being able to pay later. You want to make it comfortable this way down the road. You don't want to say, oh my God, I can't make a payment. So when you call me, guys, make sure you specify the amount that you want to pay every month, and I'll find an insurance company that will actually provide coverage for the amount that you're looking for. But I hope I'm making sense over here, guys. Look, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm just going to do a quick recap. You put in $100 in 10 years into a bank account, you get $12,000. You put in $100 in 10 years into an insurance policy. That'll give you get all your money back. You get the $12,000 back. And meanwhile, if anything does happen to you, if anything happens in that 10-year period, which we all know, we're going to get sick, we're going to get in accidents, we can be the healthiest person in the world, and we can be the most cautious person in the world, and accidents are going to happen. Falling off a ladder, car accident, going down the steps. Something is going to happen down the road somehow. It may not even be a fault of your own. It could be somebody's mistake that would cause you to unable to produce that paycheck anymore. And if you're the only income earner in the house, that makes it really, really difficult. That's like the rug being pulled from underneath you and you don't know what to do. You got all this house payment, you got the car payment, and you got all this payments, da 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 da. It adds up pretty quick. And if you're unable to bring that paycheck home anymore, your spouse and your children's going to be in trouble. And every asset that you built will be gone. So by having $1 million policy over here, you're protecting all your assets. As Americans, all we do is just pay our bills every month, but we're never building any assets. So guys, why not take this why not forget about this option and take this option instead? Instead of going to the bank, call me, let me set you up with a life insurance policy with the return of premium for $1 million. At least you know you're protected when you rest your head at night. You know your family and your spouse and the children are all protected. Another thing too, you get this money tax-free, guys. Tax-free. There's nothing out there in the marketplace that will give you anything tax-free. This money, when you collect it here, this is all tax-free. So you have $1 million to do whatever you want to do with it. This is incredible. Why not build assets by utilizing that option? Okay. Here, you're not getting nothing. All you're doing is losing money. I know you're saving $12,000, but when you go to collect that $12,000, your buying power has gone down. Say if a car is $12,000, the day the day you start your account, say if a car was of $12,000, for example, this is just a hypothetical example. When you go to buy that car, if the car's 12,000, I don't know, I'm having difficulty explaining this. Basically, a car that's 12,000 at that point, it's going to go up to 12,000. I don't know why I'm having a problem. Okay, so if a car is 12,000, in 10 years, that same car is probably going to be 24,000. So basically, your buying power shrank down to half. So what's happening here, you're actually losing half of your money. Where over here, if something does happen, hopefully nothing will ever happen, at least you have that protection. Meanwhile, here you have no protection, you have no option, your money's just shrinking. Here, you have the exact same scenario as the bank, plus you have $1 million coverage in the event of an accident, illness, or death. If you get sick or get into an accident, you collect the money while you're alive. If you die, your beneficiaries will collect the money. So either way, if you ever leave this earth, this is going to be the last I love you that you can send to your children and your spouse. They're going to have that money. The money's never going to bring you back, but at least it'll allow your spouse and your children time to grieve without worrying about financial stress. It's the exact same scenario, guys. Look, here's $100 in the bank. Here's $100 into insurance policy. But you get all these extra benefits, all these benefits. I mean, that's pretty incredible, yeah? Again, you don't have to wait 10 years for this payout to happen. With these living benefits, it could happen year 3, 4, 5. It could happen anywhere in this period, or before the 10-year is up, and you'll have $1 million insurance policy waiting for you to use while you're alive. I think I'm going to stop at this point. Oh, one thing I want to mention before I go, all the life insurance policies that I offer do come with living benefits included. And also they come with a living trust included, which means you can protect all your assets, bank account, cars, houses, any real estate, anything that you want to put into your life insurance policy. Not life insurance. Into your living trust will protect it from debt collectors, 5-year look back on a Medicare, and so many advantages you can have with a living trust. That's $1,000 value also included. So look, guys, you got $100 over here that's going to shrink down to, after 10 years, instead of, let's just be fair and keep the numbers right. Yeah. So you got in the bank, with your bank deposit, after 10 years, all you have is a $12,000. Keep in mind, you're losing a lot of value because of because inflation. Now, the exact same scenario, but if we go to an insurance policy, you have $1 million coverage. You have living benefits, which means you can use that money in the event you're unable to produce that paycheck, you're unable to work, whether it's sickness or accident. You can collect that $1 million while you're alive. You have return of premium, which means all the money that you paid into the policy, you'll get back if you outlive your policy. No insurance company ever pay you back your premiums or your monthly payments if nothing ever happens. Have you ever gotten a car insurance and that insurance company will call you up and say, hey, Mr. Jones, you've been with us for 20, 30 years and you never got into an accident. Here's all your monthly payment that you paid into the policy. That never happens, yeah? But you have that option here. That's another peace of mind, so you know your money's not being wasted. This will protect you in the event of accident or illness, and at the same time, you're able to keep your assets. You can pay off your house. You can pay off your car. You got to make sure your spouse and the children don't have to downsize to a smaller apartment, change their lifestyle. And that $1 million that you collect is completely tax-free, guys. Tax-free, okay? I think I covered quite a bit on this video. If you guys have any questions, please don't forget to text One Life to 330-577-3496 or comment One Life and I'll get back with you. I wanted to keep the illustrations real simple because I don't want to complicate it. I want to keep it very, very simple. But if that triggers any questions in your heads and you do have questions for me, by all means, call me and I'll be more than happy to help you. Just text me and I'll get back to you, or comment One Life and I get back to you. Thank you so much, guys. Try to build assets because it really breaks my heart. As Americans, all we do is just pay bills and we never think about building assets. With this one here, you can leave generational wealth to your family in the event of an accident or death. So this is a really, really, really great option, especially with the return of premium. You collect that $1 million tax-free. And also you get your free living trust to shield all your assets. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would like to add before I leave. There is another point, but I have to do a separate video. I just want to show you guys how beneficial it is to have a life insurance policy. In the event you get sick and you go to the doctor and the doctor says, Mr. Jones, you suffered a heart attack last night, or you had a stroke or something, whatever the diagnosis from the doctor. I was going to tell you how the life insurance company will actually work on your side like a big brother. What they're going to do, instead of handing you that $1 million, they're going to call your insurance company and they're going to say, what is going on with Mr. Jones? We need detailed information. What's going on with this heart attack? What's going on with his stroke? Give us a lot of details. So what happened is here, when you go to your doctor and you hear the bad news, you're not dazed and confused for a week or 2 or 3 after that, thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Do I have a big brother? Do I have somebody smart enough to be on my side and ask the right question? That's where the insurance company comes in, and they're going to help you get the real answers or the real diagnosis from your doctor. They're going to call him up and they're going to ask him a lot of questions to find out what happened to you, because they don't want to just hand you $1 million. And that's going to work for your advantage, because sometimes you're going to discover a lot of things you didn't know because the insurance companies have lawyers that work for them and they have doctors that work for them. They're actually under their payroll. They hire these doctors and lawyers to work for them. So in the event something like that happens, so what they do, they're going to step in and act like a big brother, and they're going to start asking a lot of questions about your health. I hope all this stuff makes sense, guys. I know I gave you guys way too much information, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. Comment One Life or text One Life to 330-577-3496. Let's build assets together, and I wish you guys the best luck. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, please don't forget to share it, because we want to get this information out to as many people as possible. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again. Best of luck.